I am very happy because until the time the film is put out for public viewing, where people are given a choice that they want to see it or not, and they hopefully do come and see it, and what they feel about it, only then your work is complete. I would like to say that I'm glad that this film is releasing now and not earlier, otherwise you would all been in trouble, and there are many reasons for that, but the main reason being that today the audience has changed in the last 5-6 years, and they are more accepting of new stories, and biopics are the favor of the filmmaking and film viewing world today. People are curious about larger than life personalities and how they became that, and what inspired them, and how it can inspire the audience to be better people. So I think it's a great time for us to be releasing the film.
That's right.
And there is a certain a comeback of the audience actually wanting to see all kind of films and just wanting to see films. That's the main thing.
देखिए, मेरा मानना ये है कि अगर फिल्म दिल से बनाई गई है, अच्छी बनाई गई है और कमिटमेंट के साथ बनाई गई है और लोगों तक पहुंचने के लिए बनाई गई है, तो ऑडियंस उसके लिए है इस देश के अंदर। मेरे हिसाब से इस फिल्म को सिर्फ स्टार कास्ट की वजह से नहीं देखना चाहिए। इस फिल्म को उसकी कहानी के लिए देखना चाहिए। इस फिल्म को इसलिए देखना चाहिए कि इट समवेयर tries to connect with the soul of India.
इसमें the themes that the film portrays, such as the importance of freedom of expression, such as the importance of religious tolerance, the importance of understanding how vulnerable women are in Indian society, all of those themes are as relevant today as they were when the film was made, and as they were 110 years ago, which is when the film is set. So it is the perfect time for the film.
When I did not know about the man, I read the script, I liked it, I went to Ketan, I said, it's a wonderful script, but who is he? So then he told me, he opened up the book and he said, he showed me all these paintings, some of which I've seen in calendars, and there were some, then they came to the painting of Lakshmi and Saraswati, which is in my house. I've been praying to it since a child on Diwali and things. So that's when it hit me, the magnitude of the character and the film that Ketan was trying to make. And then when we did research about him, I was thrilled to find out that he was the first rock star of this country. He still is the biggest rock star if you know about him, because that man had so much fan mail that the government had to make a separate post office for him to receive mail. वो तो आजकल भाई के साथ भी नहीं होता. He was that big a superstar at that time. But I think he gave Indian woman the biggest symbol of an Indian woman as an image, even internationally, which is the sari. It wasn't even called the sari. It was this long piece of cloth that tied in all different kinds of ways, and it was called kashta somewhere, something else somewhere. So all different things it was called. It was through his paintings that he made that, fall बांध के यहाँ पे and pallu ऐसे नीचे blouse पहन के where your midriff is showing, which is actually quite a sexy way of wearing that piece of cloth. So he was the first fashion designer in that sense. So his contribution to our culture as such has been immense, and of course he was the first commercial artist, a marketing man who made prints of his paintings and distributed them out, and everything from soap dishes to looms of cloth to sacks of rice to beedies. Everything was sold. Patakas, Lakshmi Cha Pataka, you must have heard, originating from Raja Ravi Verma. So such a big influence he's had. Of course, influence of cinema. Ketan will tell about how important that is.
आप सब जानते हैं कि दादा साहब फाल्के is considered the father of Indian cinema. Well, Dada Saab Phalke started his career as an apprentice to Raja Ravi Verma in his printing press. If you see his early films, the entire imagery is derived from Raja Ravi Verma's paintings. All early cinema somewhere has derived from Raja Ravi Verma's painting. The heroines, all the early heroines, somewhere derived from Raja Ravi Verma's paintings. So he is one of the first pan-Indian iconography has been created by Raja Ravi Verma, and that is the amazing contribution of the man. He rediscovered our ancient culture and civilization for us. He is the man who painted gods and goddesses in human form for the first time. So his contribution has been I mean, recently I was told, I heard from the media, that actually the government of India was considering him for Bharat Ratna. You know, that kind of personality. So it's an amazing love story of an amazing man, a very passionate man, and a very passionate love story.
I mean, I'm sure you all read about how there were paintings that were thrown out of the Jahangir Art Gallery recently, right? And that there was no sort of question of being a Muslim painter painting a Hindu god. It's just that we have a society that, for political reasons, as Randeep said, puts chains on artistic freedom, and that is not acceptable in a democracy.
No, initially the censor board was hesitant to give it a censor certificate when the screening committee saw it. But when we took it to the revising committee and it was seen by a panel of eminent people in Delhi, in the revising committee, they actually applauded the film and passed it without a cut.
It's actually the first film that was passed by the censorship.
Thank you very much. Come watch the movie on 7th of November and you will enjoy it.